don't want to talk to that Bulgarian Englishman. Trust me, that's happened. So I'm gonna try and change tactics, But I'm still running 200 watts here. Nothing's changed. No antenna's changed. I'm doing an experiment outside. In between the sunshine, but it's coming down now, John. It's not as hot as it still feels hot, of course. We had about 3 days of overcast, and that was absolutely a dream. It was to get out there in the day. I can't wait for winter. Really. There's not many people saying that, is there? If you lived in the UK, you wouldn't be saying that, would you? But I'm saying it. We're on 23 outside right now. It's 27 inside. It has actually been 25. But 25 and 24... 24 inside. I just felt it yesterday that oh my goodness, I'll start to put some clothes on, inside. So I left the window open all day today to get some heat back inside the building. Oh dear, I don't know. But it'll all change in another month, I think. ON80I LZ7CW.
Yeah, Roger on that, Vic, LZ7CW, ON80I. Okay, well, we had 29 today, and then around 5 o'clock we had a thunderstorm, a lot of wind, sudden wind gusting, and then we had a lot of rain, and it's kind of cooled down. It's amazing. The house is cool because my wife likes a cool house. So while the sun is shining, the air conditioning is cooling the house. Vic, over.
Air conditioning, wow. I've got it on the wall and I can see it right now. It's 12 BTU, 12,000 BTU. It was recommended to me for this. I could have done with a 20, maybe 21 when I was connected to the electricity, but it's not been used. I've got a couple of fans that I've had for a long time now. They're quite cheap and they're very large, maybe 15 inches. One's actually blowing right now here in this room at the back of the radio, maybe 9 inches away. I can feel it under the table, I can feel it over the top, but it's keeping the radio cool. I mean, it's got a good fan, this radio. But when the temperature in the room is pretty hot, that's it. Yeah, I did try the aircon maybe a few weeks ago. Could have been a month or so. John, I started a Jenny. It was 29 inside, and I thought I'm going to get that. I see how quickly I can get it down in 30 minutes. So I went upstairs. I started my Jenny. And unplugged in the aircon, and it took 30 minutes to get it down to about 24, from about 29. 30 minutes. And so I'm looking at it now, it's 24, 23, excuse me, but my goodness, another 30 minutes, he's back up to 29, John. You've got to have it on all the time, haven't you? I'm not missing it. This fan does me. It keeps this. I've insulated. I don't know whether I've ever told you, but I insulated this particular room where I spend most of my time. 13 mil boards on foam boards on the walls. 40 mil at the back wall. And it's working for me in the summer, it works for me in the winter. Just very low heat in the winter now. Plus I had a new partition to reduce the size of the room. And it's all open now, because they're like windows inside. Windows, They're not double glazed, they're just open windows and doors. But I can close it all off and reduce this room in the winter. The winters aren't as severe as they used to be. There's no minus 14s and stuff now. I don't think I saw even a -7 last year, but I can close it all off and just use one part on the gas heater, portable heater, and of course I have the window open just a little bit to let a bit of fresh air in, and I'm nice and cozy at about 23, 24. ON80i LZ7CW.
Yeah, Roger, good copy on that one. Yeah, you came up to 20 over, very nice, and nice audio. Yeah, well, what we did, when was it? Probably about 14 years ago, we extended the house, and it made a big living room kitchen. So the old house, we put a sliding door for the winter, so that we'd be nice and warm in the living room of the new part of the house. And it also worked out well when the children were very young. They could play in the other room. We could have the door. Well, it was really me. I'd have the sliding door, glass door closed. I could see them, but I wouldn't have to hear them. Over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's similar here, but it's not a sliding door. It isn't. He worked it out pretty well, because I have a staircase to the right-hand side of this room, and he has to work his magic to get the partition, and it's all glass. Like you've got the door. Of course, it's on hinges. It's not a sliding door, but it's glass as well. And I can even it looks like an outside window. You know, you open the top, or you a side window. You pull it open, and they're open all the time now. But unbelievably, when it starts to get a bit chilly, last year I went through a super winter, and I was still on the radio with my lithium iron phosphate battery, the 200 amp battery. It still charges up unbelievably even when it's overcast, and all throughout the winter. I think I got it on Black Friday, so yeah, so I can just close it up and that's it. Previously it was all open and the staircase. So now I can just forget the staircase and it's just shut the door, the window, the top window, and I'm a cozy person. Yeah, he cost me He cost me 900 and something left. So it's only about 450 pounds. But there was a little bit of something, a few stinkies, maybe 20. You know, nothing much in value at the end of the 900 something. Stinky, Lev, you know. And he still held his hand out for it. Normally, somebody, if it was 900 and we'll say 20 stinky, you know, they'd say, oh, in the UK, they say, oh, round it off, 900 quid, you know. They won't say, oh, it's 920 pence, would they? But he did. And I paid him. Now, I didn't remark about it, but he says, oh, that's my bonus. Because he knew that he was being a bit tight, John. ON8EI LZ7CW.
Yeah, Roger, very interesting. Now, the tower, I was talking to someone about your tower, and we got the impression, did you buy it in Italy, over?
Yeah, Roger, John, I did. The site is not a good site. It takes some time to find out the prices and see what they've got. They've not. The pictures aren't too good. Yes, I did. But it wasn't precision made. But the welder was the best guy in that firm, John. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Okay, and I'm just looking at it. Is that a hazer system? I can't see anything that would. Maybe I haven't scrolled far enough down. So, is that the hazer system, or did you have to just get a cherry picker or whatever to get the beam to the top? Over.
No, it's got a chair on the side. I've changed the photo. I took that picture off the top right-hand corner. I've got an old girlfriend sitting on one of my old motorbikes, and I thought I'd a different view of my 350 AJS. I purchased from my Uncle Bill. Yeah, for £65. Hopefully he's safe and well. Yeah, it's got a chair on the side, and the chair runs up to the top, and it is welded completely round at the three sides of the lattice tower, and on rollers. It's very tight fit. And yeah, I've since some time ago now, I put electric motor, but I did find out it was the joints. The joints, they wasn't precision joints, and they could be just out by a millimetre, half a millimetre, you know. And I put another cable on to pull it down in case it got stuck at the top. I wasn't going to take the chance of it getting stuck at the top or not coming down past the first joint at the top. There is 6 sections, 6 3-meter sections. Three of the sections at the top are 40 kilogram, and the bottom 3 are 60 kilogram. John, over.
Yeah, okay. Now, did you install the tower yourself, or did you get help? Over.
No one helped me, John. Nobody. Only the guy that brought us up this hill in a truck, in a small little van truck. It was on a pallet in the back, and it was very well wrapped. Cling film, wire. It never moved. And he was quite a stocky guy, maybe 35, 40 years old. And he was looking around for a forklift truck. I met him down on the interstate highway. I phoned him up and says, I'll meet you here and there, you know, and showed him where I lived. Or he followed me in it. And then, and when I said there's no forklift truck, he didn't look too happy, John, over.
Yeah, Roger. So what happened then, over?
I said I would take care of you, okay? I would, his face. Oh, but he was here. And then I have to clip all the wire. It was wide, and then it was cling filmed. So there was a lot of unwrapping, throwing bits of wire all over the place, which I have to clean up afterwards because this is a lane. I don't want people getting punctures. But we carried it all into the garden, just inside the gate. And I was on my last legs. Really, they, 3 at 40 kilogram. He didn't even show a sweat. And then it's on the 60 kilogram, the last 3. But he smiled when I slipped him quite a few lev over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's how you did it. So anyway, everything was in the garden, and you looked and you said to yourself, "What have I done?" Over.
No, not really. No. I knew I'd got to build it in the garden, and I knew exactly where it was going to be laying. I built a trolley I went down in town and bought some wheels. I fitted them on the pallet that came with because he didn't want to take any wood back with him, just an empty truck. It was a curtain sider. I got 4 wheels from town. They was quite cheap, and put on the bottom of the pallet, and then it was just to lift the front of I put the pallet at the top of the top part, starting at the top first, and just shoving it onto the pallet, which was quite easy. I had some rope, and I just pulled the pallet on the wheels up to the top of the garden, and we started there. I put it on blocks of wood, the first part, then wheeled the next part up, and the next. Well, of course, I bolted, but it was difficult. There was a few problems with the antenna. The tower. The lugs on the side were not. It could have been just a 2 or 3 mil a little bit further out, because you could not get a socket on the nut. You have to work an open-ended spanner, and then the top part was an Allen key. So I purchased a cheap and a very cheap cordless drill from in town for 25 quid. I needed the smallest drill possible. I cut an Allen key, the leg off the Allen key, and I could zip the bolts up as much as possible, because you could only use an open-ended spanner, quarter of a turn at a time. So there was a few problems, but we got there. And when I got to the bottom part, then I could put the cage on for the lift on the side, the chair. Of course, it got stuck here, it got stuck there, it got stuck everywhere, you know. I had to loosen the bolts off again. I pulled a muscle in my right shoulder, my right arm, and all on the ground. But we made it, John. ON80i LZ7CW.
Yeah, Roger on that, Vic. LZ7CW, ON80i for ID. So you built it on the ground, and then did you get a crane to lift it in place, over?
Yeah, Roger. It took me about 2 weeks to find a crane. I don't know how it is, but there's a lot of companies here. They don't even reply to you. You're inquiring about a crane, you know. And finally, I found a company in the city of Yamble, which is about 30 kilometers away. They says, yeah, I think a 25 ton. I think it was a 25 tonner. We can do that job. And this was on a Friday. Yeah, I think it was on a Friday. I finally got a guy saying, yeah, we can do it. But we're coming to... No. Well, yeah, it was Friday. It could have been Thursday. Yeah, it's a long time ago now, John, seems. He says, I'm coming tomorrow. All right, no. He says he's coming tonight. Yes, they emailed me and says, we're coming over 30 kilometers. He's going to drive 30 kilometers to check the ground to see whether it will accept this big heavy crane. I did send him pictures, but you know, it could be he wants to see it for himself. So 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that. So this guy rolls up, shake hands, and he looks quite smart. He had a nice car, and he looks at the ground. I said, absolutely perfect. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow, Saturday. That's right, 9 o'clock. And he was spot on 9 o'clock. But a very experienced person. You need that type of person. And he made a knot when he was lifting it up, complete. He asked me the right question: which way is it going to be? That chair on the side. Which way is it going to be facing? Is it going to be? I said that because I put the base in so that everything, like it's now, is pointing 310 degrees. So really, I don't have to move the antenna too much at all because I go straight through Europe, North America, and that's it. So I got the right direction for the base. But he made this knot at the top, and then when he lifted it up, he was so delicate on those controls. He dropped it in on the 4 bolts on coming up throughout the concrete. He dropped it on absolutely perfect. So I tightened the bolts up, and I thought, I wonder who's going to be climbing that tower to undo the knot. And he says, just hang on. But it was a knot that you can lift. There's the knots, isn't there, that you can lift under tension, anything. But as soon as you drop the tension off, the knot unwinds itself, doesn't it? And he just dropped a little bit to the side. It just shook the crane a little bit backwards and forwards, and the knot just unwind itself, and it come free. Nobody climbing the tower, John, over.
Yeah, that sounds terrific. Now, when did you get the 7-element monobander for 20 meters, over?
That's a home brew, John. That's a home brew. No one makes this antenna. I started off 2018. Right, long story, John. It's a driver director, and I started off, I worked my way through from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really have. I've got all the pictures. And the 7-element was the last one, over.
Yeah, Roger. So how long is it up now, over?
It's been up 2 years, John. I made a good job of it. There's no hose clamps on this antenna. They're all through bolts. Yeah. And I spent some time making sure that it wasn't going to fall to pieces, over.
Yeah, now I'm just guessing. Is it a single boom, or is there, a boom in 2 and joined in the middle, or what's happening? Because the photo I'm looking at is looking up from the ground, over.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that picture from. Oh, right, yeah, you're looking up through the tower. Yeah. Well, it's a reduced size. It was a 10 meter boom. And first of all, I did purchase the Wimo, the ZX20 as a 4-element. But when I got it, I converted it to the driver director. But I was already on the 3 and the 3LE 420 with all the bits. But I needed the parts, so I got the 20 from Wimo. It was 500 quid at the time, 499. Yeah, maybe €200 to send it to me. They don't make them anymore. That's a shame, really. They did make a good one for 40 meters. Oh my goodness! But there was some problems with that, and I changed it all. There was like a grub screws holding. It was a three section 10 meter. But I did have a crash about 3 years ago, and everything got bent, and even that 10 meter boom got reduced to 7 meters. So I've had to join a few things on. So it starts off at 60. It's a 60 millimeter boom for 7 meters, and then the rest is going down to 50. But it's all bolted together. and I've not the SW. What am I? I'm on 1.4. I think that's quite nice. It's okay, about 190 watts. And it's been up there, say, 2 years now, and no problem with the wind, with the rain. The coax is very well sealed. ON80i LZ7CW.
Yeah, Roger, on that Vic, LZ7CW, ON80i. Because I'm looking up from the ground, do you have the boom tensioned? Is there cord or whatever tensioning the boom so it doesn't sag? Over.
Yeah, I got some good cord from the tower maker. I ordered a lot of 6 mil. I think it was 6 mil. Yes, I think it was 6 mil. About a 2,000 kilogram strain. It's never going to break. It was difficult to play with. To do, but that was for the guys. So that's what I used on the guys. But the lower guys, because it's guided 9 meters and 18 meters. So there's six guys. But on the lower guys, I used some other cord because I wanted to save some of the 6 mil for the holding the boom straight. It's not quite straight. You know, when you look at it on the ground, there's a bit of a dip at the front. You can't pull it up. You just can't. And I was intending some time ago to, and I would have loved to put a box section, 10 or 11 meter box section for the boom. But it's doing its job okay. So that's about it, really. Yeah, so I've got some good, it's maybe 6 feet above the boom is where I have an eye bolt, and I have that 6 mil high strength stuff going through there to the ends, just two, one at the front and one at the back of the boom. John, over.
Yeah, Roger, no, it looks terrific, and of course they're full size elements. Over.
Yeah, Roger, and they're all measured for 165. Over.
Yeah, your favourite frequency, and I wonder, do you? I never hear you in the morning working into VK. Do you ever operate in the morning talking into VK? Over.
No, I don't now, John. I don't even switch the radio on in the mornings. I don't. Used to do. I've done a lot of, even with 17 meters, when I had a 3LE for 17. Used to be up there on there at about 8 o'clock in the morning working a guy in the UK. But I don't even switch it on now. It's just in the evenings. Not even a listen in the afternoon. I've already been on 17. Because I have the 2LE quad, and that's from Spain, John, over.
Yeah, well, funny you should speak about a 2-element quad. I have a 2-element quad up as well. Now, it's not as high as I'd like it, but maybe that's something for another day. At the moment, it's just 10 meters above ground, and I have a gem quad. Are you familiar with that one? Over.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. So yours is the gem quad. Over.
Yeah, mine is the gem quad, and it's obviously second hand since that company is a long time out of business. But I picked it up for €100, and it works. Over.
Wow, that was a bargain. That was a bargain. I've always been, for years, I've been after a gem quad. They are the bee's knees, I think. Good quality spreaders, everything is of good quality. But you know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I forget exactly, John. There was a guy on eBay in the UK, and he was selling a gem quad. It's been stored in his garage for years and years, and everything was brand spanking new. You could see the roll of the copper wire. It was still on the roll. You know, you have to cut it yourself and measure it yourself. I've still got the pictures somewhere on a computer. Good quality pictures. You could zoom in and you could see everything that was just absolutely looking fabulous. I emailed him. Of course, I was still here in Bulgaria. I says, excuse me, I'll give you 500 quid. £500 now, if you take it off eBay. He refused. My friend in Scotland also emailed him, says, I'll give you 500 quid for it. He refused, John. He got 290 quid over.
Yeah, well, that sometimes happens. Sometimes you hear about this, the barn find cars, and the guy, you know, people offer him decent money. He never accepts, and 10 years later, it's ashes of rust. Over?
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. I don't know. I think I've got to go to the bathroom, John. Hope you don't mind. But you're on 20, and you've been on 30. My goodness, what a signal. Yeah, but you stay safe, and all the best for now. I've just got to rush, John. ON80I LZ7CW.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I won't let you rush too quickly. Listen, always great speaking with you, Vic. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to send you a few photos of the gem quad. But lots to do, but having great fun with it. LZ7CW ON80I. Bye-bye from Belgium, over.
Yeah, take care, John. Please stay safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, Vic.